Welcome to Rebuild, Revive and Thrive, where we're going to dance your way through back and hip discomfort. I'm Lisa McLean and I'm the founder of rebuildprogram.com.au. We're going to talk all things pain and inflammation. Better yet, we're going to decrease the frustration, we're going to increase the confidence, and we're going to just make getting older fun and enjoyable. So make sure that you like, follow, subscribe, and stay tuned weekly to kick the pain to the curb. Welcome back to another episode where we're going to talk about doing your thing. And what I mean by this is actually taking your planning and preparation and making it action and productivity. So we often get caught up in being busy and thinking that we're being productive. An example of this is, let's say that you have registered to run a marathon in 6 months' time. And instead of starting to, firstly, you won't be able to finish that marathon if you don't start training. But instead of starting to train, you're researching marathon runners, you're researching shoes you need, clothes you want, nutrition, a training watch, program, all those sort of things. But those things are not going to help you finish that marathon. You need to start training. So we often get caught up in the preparation phase thinking that we're being productive, when what we need to do is identify the critical actions that is going to help us finish that marathon and put the less important ones second. And a big factor of this, in succeeding in, say, personal goals, it's a huge reflection of our mindset. So if you are thinking, oh God, I'm not going to be able to finish the marathon, I'm not going to be able to do this, or I'm not, or I'm never going to be pain-free, well, hey, firstly, you won't be able to finish that marathon because you don't believe you can, and you're not going to be able to do the work that needs to be able to finish it. And secondly, if you're thinking that you're never going to be pain-free again, well, you're not, because you're not making the actions, and your mindset is not reflecting your actions. So the mind is really powerful in succeeding in these goals or even implementing. The mind will, sit in the comfort zone and procrastinate and think about the negatives more than the positives. But what we really need to do is get out of that, like I said, preparation phase, get out of the research and get out of, implement. When we actually put it into perspective with back and hip pain, we need to stop researching the strategies that need to happen and start implementing. We need to actually look at what corrective exercises do you need to do to get out of pain. And if you're not doing any corrective exercises, then you need to start doing it. So corrective exercises need to happen. You need to look at your lifestyle factors, what needs to change in your lifestyle. Hey, you know what? If you don't know where to start, find somebody or a coach or somebody that is going to be able to help you start. And on that note, check rebuildprogram.com.au. There is lots of resources there, online programs there. Hey, you know what? Hit the apply now button, book in a call with me, and I actually help you start and we map out a roadmap. Because that's what I do. I help people get out of pain through corrective exercises and improving your biomechanics. But by pressing apply now doesn't mean that you have to sign up to my program. It's just that we address what needs to be done. So anywho, if you don't know where to start, I'd check that out first. And if that doesn't suit you, doesn't tickle your fancy, then find what does and start. What is the thing that you need to do to get to your thing? What is the thing you want, and what are the things you need to do to get to your thing? So identifying the most effective avenue for you. So that's actually making sure that you're on the most efficient journey for you to become pain-free. All right. So when I do any clients that come into my one-on-one coaching program, I prescribe you the corrective exercises through my app in the correct order, in the most efficient manner, because that's what's going to get us to our thing. So identifying the most efficient way to get there. You can look on the internet, you can look on YouTube, you can, look at all these things, but that's still in the preparation phase. You're not actually implementing. So let's just say that you're out of the prep stage and you've researched all these exercises online, but are they for you? This is what I mean. To make it efficient, they need to be for you. So taking these actions is what we need to do. Stop just thinking about them and taking these actions. Big one in this that we're talking about, from prep, taking your planning into action, is self-reflection. So you need to be honest with yourself. What are the habits? What are the lifestyle factors? What are the things that you need to change that are contributing to your pain, that are in your control? Habits are in your control. Changing your lifestyle is in your control. So is it that you need to evaluate your posture? Well, obviously, if you're in pain, posture is actually being compromised, and, muscle imbalances. What's your physical activity levels? What's your energy levels? What's your sleep like? What's your water intake? What's your nighttime routine? All these things need to be addressed, because when people come into my coaching program, to get people out of pain, I can prescribe corrective exercises. I can give you free trainings or whatever it is that you need. But hey, you know what? The lifestyle factors bring inflammation. What if I'm giving you corrective exercises to improve your body, but you're eating McDonald's and drinking wine often through the week? Well, this puts inflammation into your gut, which then reflects to your hip pain. These are all factors that need to be addressed. They're the hard ones, actually. Breaking habits are hard because people always say, yeah, but, I just can't change that. You can. You can, and you probably need to. On this note, take a little bit of responsibility for yourself. You can change your health and pain. That's it. You can change it. Ultimately, you can seek advice from people. You can go to people for weekly pain appointments, but that's not you being proactive and taking action for yourself. This is why in my program, I teach people what to do so that you are now being proactive. You are now making the changes that you need, not just relying on somebody else. But take responsibility. If you are stuck sitting on the couch thinking, I am in pain, I don't know what to do about it, well, you'll stay in pain. You won't change it because you're not changing the way you think about it. Even if it's just the mindset is so powerful that we need to stop the thoughts of, I just can't. You might even actually get to a point where you're doing your corrective exercises and things become a little hard or stressful at work or in the family life, and you go, oh, I can't. It's just too hard for me right now. It's not too hard for you right now. It's just you taking the easy avenue, the safe avenue. Your subconscious is like, nah, can't do it. Nah, it's too hard. Look, it's easy here to sit and say it, but I live life too. I have a fractured L5. I run 2 businesses. I have a family. I understand stress. I understand busy, but I also implement what needs to be done. What happens then when we go into this trap of, no, I just can't do it, or we're still stuck in the prep phase, or, to get to your thing, we're missing a thing along the way, along the journey, we start looking at procrastination. And this is your mind saying, no, let's stay in our comfort zone and let's stay here. We know we need to do the other thing, but it's going to be too hard, so we'll just procrastinate for a little bit longer. If you're doing exercises but your pain isn't changing, well, you're doing the incorrect thing. You're doing the wrong thing. If you sit around upset because you're in pain but you're not changing anything, well, you'll always stay in pain. And this is all procrastination. So we need to get out of that and into doing the things you need to do. Am I going to say that doing those things is going to be easy for you? No, I'm not here to say, hey, if we do it like this, it's going to be easy. I'm not going to say anything is actually easy. It's just doing the things you need to do to get to your ultimate thing. We all have an ultimate thing. I can sit here and give you a few examples, but what is your ultimate thing? Move better, walk better, sleep better. What is that thing, and what are we doing to get to that thing? We need to actually take action rather than just planning and preparation and researching. We can listen to, you can listen to this podcast. You can listen to any podcast. You can read information on the internet. I mean, hell, we have got so much information at our hands, but that is obviously just information. You're not implementing things. Take the action that you need to take to get to your thing. So first things first, knowing and understanding. What is the root problem that you need to address to get to your thing. And my motto is start correct to end correct. So you figured out, I'm just going to be broad here, and we want to eliminate back and hip pain because that's what I do, right? So we need to improve, we want to be pain-free in our back and hips. So, hey, you know what? We need to improve biomechanics. We need to look at the muscle imbalances. We need to look at what the connection is to the muscles, and then we get to the root cause. So I'm going to say that 8 times out of 10, the back and hip pain is not the root cause, it's secondary. So we need to work our way back and find the root cause and then map out our things to do. So in this instance now, we need to address the corrective exercises. And I'm going to bang on about corrective exercises because obviously this is what I do, this is my qualifications, and this is everything that I am passionate about in helping people improve their biomechanics and getting out of pain, connecting their muscle imbalances. Corrective exercises is how we will prevent pain and injury, because we need to connect the dots, connect our body back together. And that's what corrective exercises do. It's not just stretching. We don't do stretching. It's mobility work. It's activating, it's isolating muscles. It's connecting muscles. It's stability training. It's balance work. It's strengthening. Like, there is a whole process that needs to happen for you to get to your thing. And no matter your thing, there is a process for everything. And we've got to start implementing. Think about the marathon runner. Thinking about all the things that we probably need to do is not training for that marathon. And just starting means that you're winning 100%. When we get, let's say when we're still wrapped up in the planning stage, we're not taking any ownership. We're not taking any responsibility or taking any accountability of what we need to do. Taking responsibility in your actions and choices will empower you. You'll actively continue to practice what needs to be done. Those things become more powerful to you. So don't blame people for why you haven't achieved your thing. You haven't achieved that thing because you haven't taken ownership and accountability to start, pretty much. Openly discussing your goals, your thing. Goals can be a positive or negative word, so let's just go the thing. Openly discussing it with either a friend or a family or a coach, aka me, will actually give you external accountability. It means it's going to happen. I don't know about you. I do know that if you do this, but I was going to say, when I speak, okay, I'm going to do this to somebody. Let's say I'm going to say it to a friend of mine. Hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Well, now I'm feeling, okay, I've said it. My brain knows it. My subconscious has got it in there. And now I'm going to do it because I've actually said it's going to be real. So take ownership and accountability. It is so powerful. You might be sitting there rolling your eyes thinking, I've heard this all before, Lisa. But hey, bloody do it. That is how we're going to get to our thing. We've got to address also, I'm just giving you some points and factors here, and I want it to resonate with you, quality over quantity. And I say this, I bang on about it all the time with my clients, and in any program that you've either got from me or bought online from me, there's plenty of options. Quality over quantity. The person that runs an hour once or twice a week is no better off than the person that runs each day, little increments. An hour of stretching, the amount of times that I've heard, I get on the foam roller once a week and I feel great afterwards. That's crap. You might feel great afterwards, but it's doing nothing. If you get on and I'm only saying foam roller as a broad example, there's plenty of mobility exercises or release work that we need to do or connecting. But let's say you get on the foam roller. Okay, example, tight calves. Big issue with back pain is tight calves. So I'm going to go and say to you, hey, you know what, we need to do calf work. We're going to do X, Y, and Z. But you just do X, Y, and Z once a week and you do it a lot, so you make it 60 minutes. You are not going to be better off. Who is going to be better off is the person that does it 10 minutes every single day. that person is changing and making the correct changes in an efficient manner that they need. So quality over quantity. It's a big thing. You might think that training for a marathon, you need to go belch yourself for an hour once a week. No. What are we doing each day to get to our thing, to the marathon? So quality over quantity. Again, if you have absolutely no idea of what to do, where to go and how to, go to rebuildprogram.com or even look at my Rebuild app that I've designed. It is in order biomechanically of what needs to be done step by step. Again, that is that process, that step-by-step process, and I've mapped it out in the Rebuild app. If improving your biomechanics to get out of pain is what you want, and you just need, that guidance, check out my app. If you can't find it on my website, it's right there, but if you can't, reach out. I'll send it to you. Anyway, this will give you clear goals. Have you ever had that brain fog where there's like 1,000, I'm going to tell you I do all the time, 1,000 ideas in there you think I should do, I can do, I will do, oh my God, I can't do, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. We need to set clear goals which will give you clear action. 100%, it's research driven. So understanding, like I said, knowing and understanding the root cause, knowing now what corrective exercises in the most efficient manner we need to do, taking ownership and accountability, and that personal responsibility for yourself, quality over quantity, all these factors that you are going to be doing to get to your thing gives you clear goals. Setting clear goals and objectives give you that efficient process. Definitely. And we don't want to focus on the big picture. When I was training for ultra marathons and the Ironman events, there was a lot of training involved. And where I live is along some beaches, right? So I knew that I had a big run this day. So instead of thinking that I'm going to go out and run 25 kilometers, I narrowed it down to beaches. I've got to go past 6 beaches, turn around and come back. I've passed 5 beaches on the way back, past 4, past 3, the idea of that example is I've nutted out small increments. So I'm not focused on the big picture. That big picture takes a long time. So celebrate those little wins and don't focus on the big picture, because otherwise we'll lose track and it becomes too hard. It's taking too long. I don't have time for this. All those things start creeping in. And, it's basically our subconscious going, not doing it. I'm not sure if your subconscious does that. Maybe mine does. I don't know why I said that. But anywho, getting back on track, prioritizing these activities, like I said. Really, what is, instead of the marathon runner, instead of looking for the clothes that you need to wear or the correct running shoes, go and start training. Starting to train doesn't mean that you're going to go out and run 25 kilometers. It means just run around the block. And if your clothes aren't comfortable, start researching, but keep running around the block until you get better, and then you keep improving. This is where we need to be with corrective exercises. Hey, you know what? I've come to the root problem. I'm going to start my corrective exercises. Are they right for you? Start them. You'll know. Seek advice. I've just said to you, if you don't know where to start, go to rebuildprogram.com.au, click apply now, or have a look at the online programs. I've got everything mapped out. Again, this is my passion. This is what I do. Do it or don't do it, but if you don't have a plan, go and do it. Definitely. So anyway, that's my little, hey guys, we need to make the changes. And this is how we're going to get to your thing, by mapping out your things to do in the most efficient manner. And not letting your mind go, oh, I just can't. You might be listening to this podcast going, no, I just can't. No, it sounds so hard and I don't know where to start. Well, I've also just given you a place to start. So now it's you going, you're just having these barriers about change. What's the harm in booking a call with me or having a look at the programs there and choosing? The call with me is actually free, 0 obligation, because that's what I do. I help people. So you've got a goal. We've got an avenue. That's that. So along the way of this, so let's go back to, you don't know where to start. I don't know how to do it. It's having the acceptance and the acknowledgement. Oh, hey, you know what? I don't need that, Lise. I don't actually need to start. I don't need help. That's cool, and I'm so glad that you don't, but you're listening to this podcast because you do want change. So accepting and acknowledging that you have got pain and that we need to change biomechanically to improve our pain, but not letting pain dominate your daily thoughts or your daily life. Okay, I'm in pain. That's cool. You've got pain, but pain can be changed, all right? Muscle imbalances are more painful than a broken bone and take longer to fix. So, hey, you're in pain, but don't just be sitting on the couch thinking, I'm in pain, oh my God, what am I going to do? Don't let it dominate your thoughts. What is it that we need to do to start implementing things? Like my first question to people are, okay, well, we've got that back. Let's say we've got lower back pain. What corrective exercises are you doing? 9 times out of 10, it's nothing. All right, well, let's start with getting to the root cause. That's what we're going to be doing. So accepting that you have got some sort of pain. Pain is pain. So don't think you need to be in chronic pain before you need to change. If you can say, hey, I've got pain, I've got a niggle or an ache, let's call it that, that's not going, well, hey, we need to change it. Start implementing what needs to be done. So accepting it. Overcoming procrastination is the big fella in your head, or big lady in your head, like that's a subconscious that we need to actually change, and focusing on the productive and efficient things that we need to do to get to our thing. It might seem like we've got a lot to do here. It might seem that you think, shit, Lise, like, what am I doing? How am I going to get there? You make it like sound easy, but I ultimately don't really know what to do. Well, either get in touch, have a look at my website, seek advice somewhere. Seek advice. The internet is going to give you a lot of advice, a lot of information, let's call it, but is it right for you? Well, hey, get onto it. What is right for you? Let's do it. But so basically the planning phase, look, I'm not saying that we skip the prep phase and we skip the planning phase, but it's small. You can be planning while you start implementing if you know what to implement. Education, consultation, and goal setting. They're your planning phases. All right. The action phases is implementation, consistency, and adaptation. Consistency is key to change. And my saying, again, don't Google it because Lisa McLean's got plenty of analogies. Keep chipping away at it. It's not going to happen overnight, but consistency. Keep chipping away at it and it will happen. I promise you. If you have mapped out the things that you need to do to get to your thing, it will happen. Like I said at the beginning, it's not going to be, some things aren't easy, but you want to get to that thing and you're going to make it happen, damn straight. So basically, time, busyness, overwhelm. I've had plenty of ladies through my program that have had this happen. Basically, in my program, I've got your back. I'm telling you what to do, how to do it, and we put it in your lifestyle. Ladies who are working full-time hours, got kids at home, have just overwhelm or anxiety when it comes to pain, because let's face it, when we've got pain, we lose confidence and we're frustrated and we are anxious because we don't want to go backwards in our pain. But by having a corrective exercise plan for you in the efficient manner, let's say that you've got 10 minutes or even 5 minutes to give to yourself 3 times a week, and then 10 minutes one time a week, and maybe 20 minutes another time, one other day. Or this is just an example. Well, you fit in what needs to be done. What are the crucial actions that need to happen? Well, they're the ones that you do when you've got 5 minutes. Just not nothing. It can be done. We take that overwhelm out that we need to be spending, half an hour or 45 minutes on ourselves all the time. You don't. These ladies that have come through, and I've got about 3 or 4 prime examples in my head, we made changes through overwhelm. Overwhelm is fine. We work through that. So if you also need like a supportive community around you, let's say that you don't want to reach out to a friend or family, I've got a free Facebook group, community Facebook group, and I'll pop the link in this podcast in the comments. Click the link. ask to join and I'll let you in. This is where it's a supportive network of ladies who are looking to get out of pain and to live their life, to be active. Do you know, if you want a supportive network to update your worries or update your wins, then click the link. I'll pop it in the bottom. If you just need guidance, then I recommend going to my Rebuild app. If you want support, accountability, guidance, top notch, then go to Apply Now and let's have a chat about my coaching program. They're not the only options. I'm not saying, hey guys, you must come to me, but hey, there are avenues to take. So basically, what is that thing that you need to start doing? And instead of making excuses, instead of looking at the obstacles and, oh God, and the self-doubt, like, oh God, I don't think I can do it. Like it just looks too hard and I just can't do it. That's not doing the thing that you need to do. And thinking about how amazing it's going to be when I get to this thing, thinking about, how moving with pain is going to be amazing and people are going to compliment me with how I look and how I'm moving. Just thinking about these things, that's not doing the thing that needs to be done. Researching or reading books or taking courses or listening to, podcasts, let's say, that's not doing the thing. You're still not doing the thing. The only thing that is needed to do the thing is the thing. You need to do the things to do the thing, to get to the thing. So sitting around, getting off your butt and actually doing the 1%ers. Taking the action that you need to do is going to be moving towards the thing. There's a lot of things that I've said there. So I just want you to understand that you've got to be honest with yourself. So am I doing the things I need to be doing to get me closer to my results? Schedule your time. Prioritize your actions. Put on your big girl pants, put on your big boy pants, and actually start implementing the things you need to do to get to your things. So if you don't know where to start, I'm offering my time. Go to Apply Now and rebuildprogram.com.au. This is not a sales pitch. This is not me saying you must. I'm just giving you a starting point. So take the action that needs to be done for a better life, because no one else is going to do it for you. Right, so I'm going to leave you with doing the thing is the only thing that is doing the thing. Think about it. So that's a wrap on yet another episode. If you love the info in this podcast, don't be shy. Like, follow, subscribe, whatever platform you're on. If you love it also, then go and share on your socials, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, and make sure you tag me in it, Lisa McLean. But with that, I'm going to leave you until our next episode. Make it your mission to be more aware of yourself and in turn, be a better you.